Let's in fact take you straight to our top story. Sardar Patel's gigantic 182-meter tall Statue of Unity is all set to be inaugurated by the Prime Minister in just a short while from now. The Prime Minister is going to unveil the tallest statue of India's Iron Man in a grand event. Gujarat's Kevadia is all set to host this event to honor Patel in his 143rd birth anniversary, which will be witnessed by millions of people across the world. 3-hour-long ceremony to inaugurate the 182 meters tall Statue of Unity will include flypast by the Indian Air Force and the bands of the 3 armed forces that will play patriotic songs. Both the centre and the Gujarat government have left no stone unturned to ensure that this event is a great success.
But it must have been next to impossible considering the size of this project, and yet you managed to do it in record time. You and your father, how?
Well, again, it's a teamwork. L&T people, the structural engineers, the casting foundry, and our design. It all coordinated so well that we were able to put everything in place in time.
What was your biggest challenge when you were making Sardar's statue? Were you scared at some point that, maybe the eyes won't look right, or the nose won't look right, or the proportions would go wrong? What is the one thing that worried you the most?
Worried? I don't think he was worried, because we are able to envisage that what it would look like and what we should do so that it comes out the correct way. So there was no worry as such.
Up to your expectations?
Yes, fulfilled.
जो कोर है वो सरदार साहब की जो प्रतिमा की जो छाती है वहाँ तक जाती है। वहाँ एक व्यूइंग गैलरी का निर्माण किया गया है। वो व्यूइंग गैलरी में 200 पर्यटक एक साथ खड़े रह सकते हैं, और व्यूइंग गैलरी में छाती के भाग में और पीठ के भाग में थोड़ा ओपन रखा गया है। वहाँ से पर्यटकों आसपास का नज़ारा का मनोरंजन ले सकेंगे। विंध्याचल, सातपुड़ा की गिरिमाला, सरदार सरोवर, जलाशय और नर्मदा नदी वो सब देख पाएंगे।
तो प्रधानमंत्री दूसरा लीवर ऑन करेंगे तो ये पूरा बड़ा कर्टन खुलेगा और वहाँ की प्रतिमा दिखाई देगी, और जैसे वो प्रतिमा दिखती है 3 प्लेन तिरंगा दूर छोड़ते हुए आसमान से चल के सरदार पटेल जी को पुष्पांजलि करेंगे, और 3 चॉपर आके उसके बाद उनके ऊपर पूरा पुष्प माला और पुष्प अभिषेक होगा।
Now, Sardar Patel's family has expressed their happiness on the inauguration of the Statue of Unity. Padma Joshi spoke to a few of them.
ये बताइए कि सरदार का इतना बड़ा स्टैच्यू ऑफ यूनिटी बनाया गया है, क्या कहेंगे? परिवार खुश है?
बहुत खुश है, बहुत खुश है। हम मोदी साहब का आभार मानते हैं। इतना खुश है कैसा कभी किसी ने सोचा भी नहीं था कि ये सब होएगा।
खास करके सरदार पटेल की इस प्रतिमा को लेकर आप क्या कहेंगे?
जितनी वल्लभ भाई पटेल की जो प्रतिभा थी ऐसी ही प्रतिमा है,
और परिवार के लिए एक इमोशनल मूवमेंट है ये।
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल।
All right, now let me go across to my colleagues Padma Joshi and Kamlesh Sutta, those who are joining us from this very venue of the Statue of Unity, which is going to be unveiled very shortly. Padma, coming to you first, you spoke to the architect, you spoke to other guests as well. This is being, as far as the government of India and Gujarat is concerned, being in fact projected as one of the biggest event, apart from the 15th August and the 26th January celebrations that we see in the country. A lot of people from across the country and dignitaries present there for the unveiling of this tallest statue.
Absolutely, and to use a cliche, all stops are being pulled out, Ankit, in more ways than one. How? This is an opportunity to try and project the Prime Minister as an inclusive leader, because when you're unveiling a statue of unity, what better way than to get everyone on your side and say, I too, like Sardar Patel, am a unifying figure. So let's see how that is being done. Right here, take a look at the gallery of the religious leaders who have gathered. They are here from all sects of the different sects and denominations in Gujarat. And not just that, there are not just leaders who are Hindu, but also several Islamic religious leaders, as you can see, are seated over here. Men, women, swamis of different sects, of course, have got pride of place. They are there, right there in the front row. But then you have certain Islamic scholars here as well. In addition to that, I would like to tell our viewers that you have people from different political parties of the country. So, for example, you've got a minister here from the Uttar Pradesh government. He is representing the Uttar Pradesh government. Earlier, I spoke to 2 MLAs and 1 minister of the Tamil Nadu government who are representing them. Why are they here? Now, Ankit, I would like to draw your attention to the other symbol of unity which has been put on the stage. There are all these different pots which have been kept on the stage. These pots represent different states, different areas of the country. They contain bits of soil, earth from different states mixed with their water. The idea is to convey the message that we have brought the country together to prepare this one massive statue. That is an overhead shot of the Sardar Patel statue, and this is what it's going to look like in a while from now, because the Surya Kiran team is going to fly overhead. They're going to form the tricolor, the Tiranga, right above the Statue of Unity once it is unveiled. After that, there is going to be the choppers who are going to fly above the statue and shower petals, shower flowers on it. Right now, there is a bit of, the activity has died down because the Prime Minister is on his way here. He went to the tent city and he went to the Valley of Flowers. Now, what is the Valley of Flowers and tent city? Let's give you an idea of the expanse of this entire area. It's going to be huge, spread over several acres. They're going to be living areas. There is going to be a 3-star hotel which is coming up. The statue itself, of course, will have at its base a museum. There's going to be a viewing gallery. One small anecdote before I throw it back to you, Ankit. Each of the places here has a very conspicuous feature, which is a selfie point. In fact, when the Prime Minister was at the Valley of Flowers, there was an announcement happening here that in the new generation, there is a selfie culture which is very popular. Keeping that in mind, 3 to 5 selfie points have been made at all of the main features of this particular area. Whether at the Sardar statue, there's a selfie point right behind me, in fact. Then there's the Valley of Flowers, and in the tent city, you can click your selfies to your heart's content. Back to you.
All right, so the selfie, very interesting selfie, in fact, point there as well as far as the Sardar Patel statue is concerned, because this is something that a lot of people, and the Prime Minister also likes to click a lot of selfies as well. So it will be, music to ears to all of those selfie addicts, those who are, in fact, trying to capture the moment. Kamlesh also with us. Kamlesh, you also reported on the fact that there are certain tribals and others, those who are, in fact, not happy with this entire event, with the amount of money that has been spent on the statue. What are their grievances, and has anybody reached out from the government of Gujarat towards them to, in fact, speak to them and sort out those differences?
The government has maintained that this project is only going to do better for the locals here, and the tribals will be benefiting from the project. In fact, when I spoke to the Education Minister of Gujarat yesterday, Bhupendra Chudasama, and he insisted on the fact that there is no opposition here, though a couple of voices that are being raised about the project are only politically motivated. Remember, a local MLA, Chotubai Vasawa, had opposed the project, saying that this money could have been spent on the betterment of tribal through other means rather than erecting such a statue. But apart from that, the Congress hasn't opposed the statue per se, but they have been saying that the Narendra Modi government, Narendra Modi himself, is trying to appropriate Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. But talking about the tribals, the opposition here hasn't been only to the statue here, but it has been going on for almost 5 decades for the Sardar Sarovar project that is being here, where the statue is being built. The tribals have been opposing it for a long time. 22 villages that were to be affected by the project. Some of of them submerged under the water of the Narmada Dam, have been opposing the village, have been opposing the project rather, I beg your pardon. And now as the project, as the Sardar statue comes up here, they say that no, it's not going to generate any employment for them. Rather, when the facilities were built around the Sardar Patel statue, the Statue of Unity, they said that several trees and had to be culled for that, taking away their livelihood. The forest is the only source of income for them. But the BJP says that through employment and tourism, this is going to generate more employment for the locals and tribals here. Ankit?
All right, thank you so much, Kamlesh and Padmaja, for joining us from the venue. We will come back to you as soon as, in fact, this event begins. Now, let me also, at this point of time, bring in our guest on the show. We are, in fact, being joined by RP Singh, spokesperson of the Bharatiya Janata Party. We're also being joined by Professor Bharat Gupta. He's a historian. Before I go to RP Singh, Professor Gupta, just once again for our viewers, do you believe that Sardar Patel, who is being honored today with the tallest statue in the world by the Prime Minister and, of course, the entire country, did he get his proper due, his place in the history, as many allege that possibly his legacy was in fact pushed behind just in order to, for other leaders, especially from a certain party, from a certain family, those who in fact completely hijacked the entire history of the freedom movement?
Yeah, I think there is a lot of truth in that allegation. And it is not just the BJP or any political party. It is the people of India and the intellectuals and scholars of India who feel that this great unifier who brought all these principalities into one nation has been looked upon as by the Congress as a Hindu sympathizer. And then they have talked a lot about his inclinations with the Hindu right wing, and he has been projected as that kind of a leader. And that is the greatest damage that they have done to his reputation and legacy. He was the nationalist who had the full capacity to bring all those people who would have gone here and there into this one single nation. And not many books have been written, not much research has been sponsored, the universities have not paid attention, and even in schools we have not taught enough of this contribution of Sardar Patel. So I think history now will emerge in a very different fashion, which will not serve the interest of any single party. It will be true history.
Sardar RP Singh,
I sincerely believe in that.
fact, we are just waiting for the Congress guests to join us. But before that, what would you like to say to those who are in fact today questioning that the government's spent too much? There are people, those who are in fact saying, like Jignesh Mevani, that possibly the true tribute to Sardar Patel would have been if the government would have spent this sort of money on building schools, hospitals for the tribals and other backward classes in the area.
Well, I'll come to that later on, Ankit, but see, you were waiting for a Congress guest. I mean, this is not an issue of Congress and BJP today. Sardar Patel is much higher and above BJP and Congress, and we should not bisect or dissect Sardar Patel into BJP, Congress or political legacies. I mean, Sardar Patel is a national legacy, and then we should all honor him and respect him, and what was due to him should be given to him. And then I don't want to get into the slugfest, but yes, the due honor was not being given to Sardar Patel after independence, and then if we are trying to do that, no one should question that. And I'm again saying, it's not between BJP and Congress. When, whether it was Subhash Chandra Bose, whether it was Dr. Ambedkar, whether it was Bhagat Singh, whether it was Sardar Patel, when, there are more to such big, tall figures who have been left out of the Indian history part and intendingly being left out to promote certain people. But that point aside, I mean, coming to your point on whether there are questions being raised or this money could have been spent somewhere else, So there will be more money spent on schools and other things. I mean, there's no issue on that. But this is not only the statue of Sardar Patel. I mean, don't look at whether it's merely a statue. It generates a lot of revenue for the state also, and a lot of employment for the travel belt also. I've been told it will generate something like 15 employment for 15,000 travel people in that belt only. And when more than 15,000 people will be coming every day to visit that place, it will generate a lot of revenue also for the state and for the local belt also.
Okay, also, Sardar RP Singh, yes, the fact remains that today, of course, is a day where the entire nation unites, and these are the live visuals which are coming in from the venue, the Prime Minister, along with other dignitaries at the stage there. In just a short while from now, you can see, in fact, Governor Anandiben Patel as well, in fact, with the Chief Minister of Gujarat, who is also sitting next to the Prime Minister. Today, in fact, the entire nation unites to honor the legacy of one of the tallest leaders, the first Home Minister of this country, the man who has been credited of bringing the entire country together after the partition. Professor Gupta, Sardar Patel, just for the benefit of our viewers and of course the young viewers, those who are tuning in right now, in a nutshell, just describe his contribution to making the modern India as we see it today.
Honorable Chief Minister Shri Vijay Bhai Rupani, his government founded on 4 pillars of
Well,
good governance.
Sardar Patel was very clear about one thing. You see, there is some interference from another sound. Can you turn that sound down? Hello?
Yes, so we just get that check. Can we just check the audio as
hello,
far
I
as
can't hear.
Professor Gupta is concerned? We're getting that check, sir. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Now the real thing is that Sardar Patel's greatest task was to make people sign the instrument of accession. And the way he did it, the way he persuaded the people, and the way he approached each and every principality and kingdom to whom the British had handed over the power so that the country disintegrates. Now he was the person who saved it from disintegration. Now we have very little account of how this was done, which is being not taught in universities, not given an idea of in schools. You see, it was not just giving an order from Delhi. It was persuading each and every small ruler to come and sign the instrument of accession at the right time. And this was the great task which he performed. And then there was the question of state of Hyderabad, and he tackled it very well. And that was also procured. And then the greatest contribution was that he warned Jawaharlal Nehru that he should not take the matter to United Nations. The country is not told about the great blunder that Jawaharlal Nehru did and the great efforts that Sardar Patel made and the advice that he gave to Jawaharlal Nehru. Jawaharlal Nehru trusted the white people, he trusted the United Nations, and he thought that the United Nations would do justice. But Sardar Patel knew that no, that would not be the case, because the British had something else in mind. They were the people who had given the idea of a theocratic Islamic state to researchers in Cambridge, in Oxford, and Rashid Ali and Allama Iqbal. They had perpetrated this idea which came to India. They were supportive of Jinnah, and Sardar Patel knew this all very well. We have not been told, we have not been taught how all this happened and what was the great effort that Sardar Patel made. So I think that is what is needed to be brought out, and that is the history which we must understand.
Right, Sardar RP Singh, at this occasion, and we just have few minutes left before the Prime Minister in fact takes the dais, for the Bharatiya Janata Party, for the government of India, What does this occasion mean today? Because this is, of course, a gigantic effort which the Prime Minister has pulled, one of the tallest statue in the world right now. Do you believe that this is the most appropriate tribute to Sardar Patel?
Well, this is the tribute, but the most appropriate tribute will be the day the people who want to divide this country on name of caste, religion, and all those who talk about Azadi from country and the Tukde gang, the day we can push them back into the system, where they can be brought back to the mainstream. That will be the real day, and all those who support them, they should also be shown a mirror, and that's the actual purpose of Statue of Unity, that this country will remain one. There can be no tukde of this country, and no one should talk of dividing this country on name of caste and religion now.
All right, thank you so much for joining us. I have to take a very quick break at this point of time. Our discussion will continue, and we'll also go live straight away to, in fact, the location in Gujarat, the Kevra, where this, in fact, event is has already started. 3-hour long event. These are the live visuals coming in, where the Chief Minister of Gujarat is now addressing the crowd, and after that, Prime Minister Modi is going to take the dais. So we'll go across live to this event.
Thanks for watching the video. For more such news and updates, please like, share and subscribe to India Today. Also check out our other great videos from our channel. We know you will love to.